The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host and their guests do not necessarily reflect those of Para-X, its affiliates, or its sponsors.
The following program contains opinions expressed by the Dead Zone. If you find this broadcast offensive, lighten up, candy ass.
What?
Oh my gosh.
It's a radio show.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about.
Initialize sequence now.
We're now in the approach phase. Everything looking good. Going good. 5, rocket time. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Dead Zone WDZRDB Worldwide. Welcome to the Dead Zone Paranormal Radio Show.
Dead Zone, May 17th, still in quarantine. Well, what are you going to do, right? I mean, what are you going to do? Do what you want to do. That's the way I look at it, right? Be safe. Make sure others are safe. Do what you want to do. This is really getting ridiculous. Don't let me get started. Don't let me get started on that. Here I go stuttering already. Tonight's show we have Mia Harmon of Haunted Journeys. That's going to be pretty cool. They're a travel agency, and they can set you up, and you're going to find this really interesting. Plus, hopefully, we're going to get our old buddy Scott Blake on the phone here pretty soon. It's been a while. You know, he's had a lot going on and hadn't been able to be on the show here very much, but we're going to rectify that pretty soon. So stick around. We'll be right back. Hey, this is Lee.
And this is Michelle.
And this is Scott from the Dead Zone, Sundays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Your source for everything paranormal, Para-X.
monster
from outer space.
Eddie just wants to massacre him.
The one out there and kill him. Wipe them out. All of them. To the very last man. Violence. Brutality.
Trick-or-treaters are all dead. Isn't it beautiful? Take a walk in the cemetery. Get eaten up by cannibals.
Celebrate Halloween.
Love and kisses, Penny baby.
The following program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron or a member of the PTL Club, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who wouldn't know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Are you ready? I'm saying, are you ready?
If all radio stations in town were palm trees, we'd be the one with the biggest coconuts.
Now,
Here are the one, the only
Dead Zone.
Hey guys, thanks for sticking around. Guess who's on the phone with us now? What I say earlier? Scott Blake. Amazing. Man, it has been so long.
Yes, it has.
How you doing?
I'm doing as well as I can do.
Yeah?
You know, being locked up in your own home.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine. Just really getting over it, you know?
Getting over it, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's over it by now, with everything. Yeah. Good gosh.
Obviously, by the reactions of all these people, but we're not even going to talk about that.
Right, right, right.
But yeah, everything's going good. Just trying to do as much work as I can. Not many people have extra money.
Right,
these days,
right. So your dream is still chugging along though. It's still right there, right?
Yeah, still working. Just don't have the workload that I normally have.
That you normally would, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Actually, I'm actually still catching up from before when all this COVID stuff happened because I had a bunch of supplies on order.
Oh yeah.
And then the quarantine happened.
Yeah.
And everything just went to hell in a handbasket.
Right.
One of my orders didn't show up, and all the rest of them were delayed, and I finally got everything. So I'm still kind of catching up, but
I hate to interrupt you. I need you to speak up a little bit more, though. I mean,
okay.
Yeah. No,
right.
That's perfect. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. I understand that completely. I mean, I've ordered some things from Amazon at like 2 months ago, and I still haven't received it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just stupid. And you've actually had to miss a few things with John, haven't you?
Yeah. Well, not since the quarantine because he's not doing anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah.
He just called me night before last, to talk about the new stage that I'm working on for him.
Awesome.
And I asked him, about. Well, I knew he doesn't normally tour in the summer because he's with Rob Zombie, and so I asked him about their tour schedule or what kind of plans they had, and he said they have nothing.
Nothing.
So,
wow.
Yeah, because they can't plan anything. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Now they keep saying that the events are starting to come back, but I don't see it happening. I mean, the things that we're scheduled to go to, a few of them have said, yeah, it's still on, but.
Right.
When it comes down to the wire, I'm kind of thinking it's not going to happen,
Yeah.
I mean, the big one in Fort Wayne that was this year in October has now been moved to next year in October.
Right. Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. Well, man, we miss having you here. It's but I'm glad we can talk to you. What is there any?
Well, when this mess is over with, I'll trek back out.
Right. Right. Is there anything that you've got going on right now that you can let everyone know about? Not really.
There's not a whole lot going on. I'm working on a mask for a film that's being shot here in Indiana.
Mm-hmm. Indie film?
What's that?
An indie film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume. I guess so. I don't know. I was just hired to make something, and I started making it. I do know they just put up an IMDb page for it. It's called He Knows.
Yeah.
But that's all I know about it. So
you said you're the B page. What does that mean? I don't know that term.
IMDb, Internet Movie.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Good gosh. Yeah, I didn't hear you, I guess. Yeah, absolutely. Very cool.
So yeah, I still have to see what it's about myself. But yeah, everybody can keep their eyes open. I think they got a Facebook page that just started too. So.
What's the film company?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, they got a Facebook page, right? Come on.
I'm not involved with the film. I'm just making the prop, so.
Right. And
if I was involved with the film more, then I'd know a lot more about it.
So. Yeah. But the name of the film is what now again? He knows.
He knows.
He knows.
Yeah.
And it's obviously it's a slasher.
I don't know. It's some kind of
Well, you're making a mask, yeah. So.
It's about a see. I don't even know what I can say. Oh, I think I can.
Well, no. Now, don't compromise. Don't compromise anything. We don't want you to do that, of course.
Well, it's about an elf, and I believe he's. Shoot, I don't know how much I can get away. He's not a good elf, probably, by the looks of him. So, I'm posting like some photos of the mask because I'm working on it right now on social media.
Oh, actually, I did see that. Very cool.
So other than that, now I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go ahead and book Mask Fest or not, because I don't even know if that's going to happen.
What about Horrorhound?
No, I don't do that anymore.
You're not going to do that either. I mean, I know they said that it's going to happen in Indy.
Wait. That's
the one in Indy, yeah. The one we just went to.
Yeah, that's Mask Fest is the same as
yeah, right.
But we don't know for sure if it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Right. So, well, at least you're keeping busy.
Yeah, trying to.
They're trying to keep busy anyway, yeah, and you have no idea.
Well, I've been making all the cotton masks too, the face masks.
Oh yeah.
I've been making tons of those.
Yeah, and well, you can go to Your Dreams Creations and get yourself your very own, right?
Yes. Well, they're only in my Etsy store, so if you just search Your Dream on Etsy, it's YORDREEM. They're custom masks. I do the iron-on vinyl of whatever design you want,
right?
That type of thing.
So you do custom. So a person could say they want. Well, now there's going to be a copyright issue on some of that kind of thing, but they want this particular design, and you'll cut it. And in vinyl, it has to be a certain amount of colors and that kind of thing. I understand that too.
Yeah, it's just a one-color vinyl iron-on that I design and cut out, and it could be whatever anyone wants.
Right.
It fits on the mask.
Very cool.
Now, I like I said, whatever anyone wants, except for John 5.
Yeah. Okay. I get you. John's doing his own thing, isn't he? Or is he having you do masks for him?
No, we talked about it, but we decided against it. So I've had a lot of people asking me to make those, the John 5 logo masks for them.
Oh yeah, okay, right, yeah, because you really can't do that, and
right,
yeah, well, that's cool though. But so, at least the man lets us play his music, right?
Oh yeah,
very cool.
But yeah, I can put anything else on there.
Right.
It's a one-off custom art piece, so it's nothing. You don't have to worry about copyrights on that.
Right. Very cool. Okay. And so you're working on a mask right now for a film. He knows, and all we can say, it's a really nasty. What'd you say? Goblin? Elf. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
A really nasty elf, and it's an indie film. Assumably, it's an indie film. And when's that going to come out? Do you know that?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know that yet?
I mean, I'm just making the
you're just doing the work, right?
I'm just making the elf, so
right.
I'm not even sure when they're starting to film.
Okay.
I guess whenever the quarantine's over.
All right. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We're gonna have, our guest, right? Mia Harmon from Haunted Journeys, and I'm really not sure what all they do, but we're gonna call her in just a moment. And I did see on her info, or on their info, that she's one of the founders of the Worldwide Ghost Hunts, which we did at Randolph County a couple of years ago. So looking forward to talking to her. But let's just go ahead and see if we can get her on the phone. I did try to talk to her earlier off the air, and she was on her cell phone, and it wasn't really coming through that good. So we're going to try her home phone and see if that works out for us. Coming up in just one moment. Bear with me, please. You know how this soft phone works, so we're going to give it a shot.
Wow.
Man, yeah.
Be more optimistic.
I try to be, but there. Hello? Hello, there she is. Hello, Mia?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
I can.
All right. How about Scott?
Hello.
Hello, Scott.
Did you hear him?
No.
Okay, try again.
I can barely hear her. So.
And and you're slightly in the distance as well.
Okay, okay. Can you get just a little closer to the phone?
Can you hear me now?
I can, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, I can hear you too. I can hear you. It's not that you're too far away from me.
Okay, yeah. You guys are both, you're pinging at about the same levels. I mean, you're going to be really soft when we do the playback, when the show actually airs. So if you could just talk as loud as you can without screaming. Okay.
What about now? If I speak like that, would that be too loud?
That's pretty good. That's helping a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, I keep speaking like this, so then.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, hey.
If I'm angry.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's perfect. Well, guys, our guest tonight is Mia. Am I saying that right? Mia Harmon?
No, May.
May. I'm sorry. I apologize. May Harmon from Haunted Journeys. Right?
No, I'm with Secret Ireland Tours.
Secret Ireland Tours. Now, isn't that part of Haunted Journeys?
No, Haunted Journeys is a different company altogether.
Oh.
And the owner of Haunted Journeys are doing a tour together over to Ireland.
Okay, that's what it is. Michelle was trying to explain it to me, and I wish she was here. Yeah, I was just lost in the middle of it, apparently. Wow. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, it was great. I met Maria Schmidt, who owns Haunted Journeys.
Right.
I met her at an expo, Victory of Light Expo, last November in Cincinnati. And she had just given a talk about haunted areas and haunted venues in America.
Right.
And she had heard that I had worked with Victor Peruta, who is a psychic medium, and he runs the Victory of Light. And he and myself had done some very successful tours over to Ireland. Now, I do tours to Ireland. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're all haunted tours.
Right.
But Victor happens to be a psychic medium, and he had a big following, and we decided to put a tour together and bring them over to Ireland. And it ended up being a second tour, and we're doing a third tour that was supposed to be the end of June, but we had to reschedule it. So they're all very successful, and Maria heard about this. So she approached me at the Victory of Light because she had an idea about putting a tour together to bring people over to Ireland during Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if your listeners know this, but Halloween originated in Ireland.
In Ireland, yeah.
Yes.
With turnips.
It was a pagan festival.
Yeah, it was with turnips instead of pumpkins.
Yes, it was with turnips, yes. And it's a whole long story if you want me to go into the turnip thing and where that came from.
Absolutely, sure. But first, but first, we want to hear about you and how you got into this business. I mean, it's incredible. You're in the United States. We're calling you in the U.S., right?
You are. I am from the northwest of Ireland. I'm from a little place called Sligo, and it's in the northwest. And I moved over here 7 years ago. I got married to a guy from Cincinnati.
The music player. The music player, right?
Well, he is a guitar player.
He's a guitar player.
He's also a lawyer, and he's also an author.
Wow.
So
okay.
we were doing a lot of music together. And, you know, I'm a traditional singer. I'm a recording artist. And when I would be performing in concerts, I would talk about the songs and the history of the songs and the area where the songs would come from.
Okay.
So a lot of people, it wasn't just 1 or 2 or 5 or 10. I think I might have counted about 40 people at different concerts who came up to me with the exact same line.
Right.
The exact same line being, did you ever think about putting a group together and bringing them over to Ireland to show them all these places that you talk about in your songs?
Right.
And it dawned on me, okay, I'm being told something here.
Right.
I'm a great believer in God giving me signs.
Absolutely.
And I thought, okay, I've got to sit back and think about this.
Right.
And I realized that being local, but being a musician, And knowing my country inside out, I could put on some genuine tours to sell the real Ireland to people, bring them home with me, where they would see places. I do small group tours first of all,
right?
And that actually means that we're not in a big bus, so we can go to most places that are rural,
right?
Whereas big buses can't. A 28-seater bus can reach a lot of places where a 53-seater bus cannot.
Right, understandable.
So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And a lot of places are they're world renowned, like Blarney Castle and like the Cliffs of Moher and Bunratty Castle. They're all very famous and all world renowned. But there's an awful lot of places in Ireland that people don't know about at all, and they're amazing.
I'm sure they are, yeah.
So I decided to to create this tour company and bring people over to Ireland and give them the real sense of the country and give them time to experience it and give them the opportunity to hear and talk to the locals and hear and talk to the guides that are in these places, where the experts on the history and the myths and the legends of all these places. An awful lot of these places are 11th and 12th century castles and abbeys, and we actually get to stay in a castle too. Most tours we get to stay in an 18th century castle before we leave Ireland. So, and we deal with family-run hotels or family-run B&Bs for the most part.
Right.
And you get a sense of the country and you get a sense of its people. And then I bring in my musical friends, and they get to be part of a session where the musicians sit around and the people sit around the musicians, and you're in there in the middle of it, and it really is great, you know. So people really enjoy it, and I get them up dancing, and we sing on the bus, and we tell dirty jokes on the bus, and we play games on the bus.
I bet it is fun. It sounds to me like it's more intimate than the other tours would be.
It is. Because I hear some of my, I've got bus drivers. I deal with one particular company, and of course their bus drivers drive for other tour companies as well.
Yes.
But the bus drivers would be telling me the difference between my tours and other tours, and a lot of them might be different, like Germans or Japanese, and they say, "Oh my God, the people don't talk on the bus at all. The tour guide speaks all the time." And then it's kind of like military precision.
Right.
They're thrown out of the bus and they're told to get in on the bus again.
Right. It's just a money making machine. Just hurry up and get it done and get it over with. Yeah.
Because an awful lot of the companies are not even Irish. So Ireland is just a place for them to make money. It's not. They wouldn't have the same passion for it that a local would have. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I do. What do you think, Scott?
Yeah. So I created Secret Ireland Tours. And then Maria came up to me and she thought this was a great idea. So we put this tour together for October. And we are going to all the haunted places. Of course, something. Ireland is so old and it has such a miserable history that most anywhere you go in the country, it's haunted. So, if you're anyway open to that at all, you'll pick up vibes of places that are haunted.
Right. We've got a buddy, excuse me, Rick McCullum, that goes to Scotland all the time.
Yes.
Do you know Rick?
I don't know Rick.
Okay, yeah. Well, Rick McCullum, he's actually part of Hollywood Ghost Hunters. He goes to Scotland all the time and tells us these wonderful stories, man. And I'm going to ask you now, when you do these tours, have you ever encountered anything that you couldn't explain?
I have encountered stuff before I ever left Ireland at all.
Right.
I've encountered a lot of stuff. There's places. There's a house. It's occupied. It's actually lived in. It's one of these old estate houses. The British owned these estates in Ireland,
right,
and they built these big, massive houses.
Yeah.
And I remember I was going in to this house because the guy I was working for at the time was supposed to renovate this house, and I actually would be sensitive to a lot of that, to a lot of spirit and hauntings and things like that. And I remember walking into the house, and it had a long hallway, and the whole place kind of just blackened around me.
Oh, really?
To the point where I could not see ahead of me.
Wow.
And this real, how can I explain it? It was kind of like a real heavy bad feeling.
Mm-hmm. Like a pressure on you.
Kind of pressure, exactly, that's the word.
Absolutely,
and I thought, oh my God, I'm being told to get out of here quick. And I'll tell you something, I turned to my heel and I was gone. And I thought, okay, I might lose my job for this, but I ain't going into that place again.
Right.
Yes.
I know exactly what you mean, though. I went to I did a interview for a show that's going to be coming out sometime, who knows, with this corona thing going on, but a place I used to work at, there was something that had occurred there that years before I was there, but when I would show up, there was just a weight that kept pushing me down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, it was awful. It really was, and it would depress you. Yeah.
That was the feeling I got. I felt as if there was something pushing, that was kind of pushing me back.
Right.
And it wasn't just the darkness. The darkness, it felt like it was something. It wasn't just dark, if you know what I mean.
There was something that yeah, I understand.
There was something there. And then with, there's places like Lepp Castle. It's a very haunted castle in Offaly. I bring people to it now. The last time I had a tour, Victor was there, and my son went up. He did the tour guiding stuff because I had meetings.
Yeah.
So Sean, the guy that owns the castle, is a musician.
Okay.
And he would talk about his experiences. He lives in the castle, and seemingly on a regular basis, this old woman, he calls her the governess.
Okay.
She appears, and shortly after she appears, these two little girls appear, and they're always playing.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinks that she is there to protect them, that she must have been their governess.
I believe that,
One of them is called Charlotte, and the other one was Emily.
Mm-hmm.
So he reckons that at night time, now it's very, very quiet, it's out in the middle of the country, there wouldn't be much noise around it at all. So at night time, when he goes to sleep, sometimes he hears the screams of one of the little girls. It was said that one of these little girls went up, she found her way up to the top of one of the towers in the castle, and she fell down.
Oh.
And that was the screams that he's hearing.
So she fell from the turret. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. And then there is also a church on the top floor where there's a priest that walks around there. He actually was one of the people who inherited the castle, and his brother was the other one, and the brother killed him.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
His brother. Oh man.
And then there was 40. The same brother that killed his priest brother, he employed 14 people from the village, the nearby village, to come and work on the castle and work on the grounds. And he invited them up to the house, and he poisoned them all.
Wow. You know what? The more you talk about that, the more it's bringing back a memory. I think I've seen that on a television show at one point.
You must have, because this has been.
Have you seen that, Scott? Yeah.
Yeah, this has been featured on a lot of ghost hunters programs.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, go ahead, Scott. I'm sorry.
No, I was for a minute there. I was thinking that maybe we had a guest that's talked about that.
Or you may have. It might have been Rick. I'm not sure. Yeah, he loves to go to Scotland, but he may have went to Ireland as well. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I do know. I've heard about that.
Right.
Yes, it's for anyone who is into the paranormal or spirit or anything like that. It really is a very haunted place.
Very cool.
Now, there's a thing called the elemental.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And that is there, but Sean has told me that he has never experienced it, and he does not want to.
Right.
And it seems that people who try to perform seances and things like that annoys the elemental, and the elemental will be annoyed by that.
I know for a fact I have seen that program and talking about the elemental, talking about the priest, and there was a pit that up in.
So there is, yes.
Yes.
There is what we call in Ireland, in all of the castles in Ireland, there's a thing called the murder hole.
There you go.
Now,
That's it.
It's called something else in that program, but anywhere you go in any castle you see the murder hole. It's where it's brutal when you think of it.
It's where they get rid of you. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a hole that they throw you down and you land on these wooden spikes.
On the spikes.
And
Oh yeah.
They actually cleared out 3 carts of bones from that murder hole. Now they call it something else.
Yeah, I can't remember what they called it. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but that just hit me like a rock. I knew exactly what you were talking about when you said that.
Yeah, and that's just off the church. That hole was just off the church. It wasn't too far away from the actual church. So, yeah. But all of the castles over there, they're all haunted.
Now, have you ever experienced an elemental? From what that show says.
I have not.
from what the TV show says that I remember. I mean, they're really nasty and they stink and whatever.
Yeah, they're supposed to be really dangerous as well.
Right. Yeah. I'd be afraid of that too. Yeah. My gosh.
So I didn't ask, and I don't want to.
Don't want to. No. What do you think, Scott?
Well, I'm trying to follow as much as I can. It's kind of like it's a little hard to hear and understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm picking up on most of the conversation.
Okay, you still can't hear us very well. I mean, you're still very low. You come in really good every now and again, then you fade out. I'm assuming that you're backing away from your mic.
Maybe.
Yeah, that might be very good, man. How much does it cost for us to do one of your tours in Ireland and all these places that you go to?
Well, that tour, that October tour, it's coming in at 1,700 per person sharing, and that does not include your flight, but it includes the hotels. It includes one night stay in a castle. Okay. Which is massive, because some of these castles, they actually charge up on €900 per night.
Yeah. And that's not surprising. I mean, around here in the United States, or just to do a tour of a house, do a whatever. Some of the prices are ridiculous. I mean, come on. It's absolutely, the castle we use is Fitzpatrick's Castle. Mm-hmm. It's south of Dublin. It's in a place called Killiney. Mm-hmm. And it really is a beautiful castle, and it's right beside the sea, the Irish Sea. So it's beautifully placed. It has lovely grounds, and it's really a lovely castle. And again, it's a family-run castle. It's not one of these big chains. Right. So it is great, and it gives me a great price, and I can pass that on to my clients then. Right. And again, that website is Secret Ireland Tours LLC.com. Right, and it's not just the one castle. It's lots of different things, right? Yeah, it's lots of different things. We stay in some nice family-run, small little intimate hotels as well. So. Most of my tours, I try to keep people in the one place for the duration, or as little changing from hotel to hotel as possible. Right. I like people to be able to feel like they're coming home every evening. Right. Yeah, because most vacations are, they're more work than they are fun half the time. Yeah, running back and forth. And an awful lot of people have told me over here, that they'd hear my accent and they'd say, "Oh yeah, we were in Ireland, we did a tour," and I'd ask them about the tour, and then they would say to me, "Oh yeah, we were on the bus at 6:30 in the morning, and we went from one place to another." And I'm thinking, why would anyone do that? On vacation, yeah, get up at 6:30 in the morning. No. So the tour itself is called Sacred Haunted Journey to Ireland. Right, and you go to the website. So people went on the website, and then they check out the page. They'd see all the information on it. They would see all the venues, and there's links there for the accommodation and the whole works. Now, does Maria know that does she have a link up for you or anything like that? Because I apologize for that again.
No, that's all right. She does. As far as I know, she has that link, and I'll tell her to put it up again. But the great thing, what happened out of all of this? The great thing is that myself and Maria have gone into business, and we have created mysterious adventure tours.
That's very cool. Well, haunted journeys.
We're going to be going to Scotland. We're going to be going to England. We're going to be going all over the place.
Right. So you've incorporated with her.
Yes.
Yes. Very cool. I was gonna bring that up when I saw that the Haunted Journeys was actually the founders of World's Largest Ghost Hunt, because we did that ourselves at Randolph. I mean, we were part of that. Yeah. And I was going to talk to you about that, but I guess not now.
Well, what we were thinking, actually? We were thinking maybe next year, maybe putting the world's largest ghost hunt out of Leff Castle.
Oh, that'd be very cool.
Or out of Loftus Hall. Now, for the tour in October, we were actually thinking about adding an extra day for those who would want it. It would be like an upgrade.
Right.
Some people might just want to do the 8 nights, 9 days.
Right.
But some people might want to join us for an extra day, and we're going to bring them down to Loftus Hall.
Okay.
And Loftus Hall is one of these places that is extremely haunted, and there's a lot of stories, and we were going to do a nighttime investigation there. So that would be something that people might like to do, and if people are still interested, we still have spaces for that tour. And again, no more than that, with COVID, we really, at this stage, I am being told that everything is opening up, or will have opened up by August the 10th.
Starting to now. Right,
But the way things are, you can't be sure
until
you can't. Closer to the time. So at the moment, we feel that the tour is going to go ahead. We're fairly positive about it. Right. But I'm keeping an eye on the health website over in Ireland, and I'm being kept up to date with things. My only concern would be self-quarantining, and we're talking about that as well. So if that becomes an issue, we will have to talk to everybody about it.
Yeah, Scott and I were just talking about that before we called you, the uncertainty of everything. People say they're going to open up, and, they're looking forward to doing this and doing that, but, it's kind of iffy, It may or may not.
Yeah, I think people are kind of afraid, but at the same time, something, I think people are getting kind of edgy now. They have people are looking at losing their businesses and everything.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%.
I mean, I had to reschedule 5 tours.
Yeah, and
I might have to reschedule more. I don't know.
Right. It's amazing. Okay, we're about to run out of time. I'm wanting to let Scott get in here and ask anything he wants to. He's been gone for a while, man, and I'm so glad to have you back, brother.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
No, I did have a question. Like, for these tours that you do, do you have any? I mean, you do different tours. So do you do any certain tour that would be? Let's see. What's the word I'm thinking of? Which tour? I can't.
Which tour?
Which tour? No. Are there any certain tours that would be easier for, like, elderly people or maybe handicapped people?
Yeah, I have a seniors tour.
Okay.
I have a seniors tour because depending on what time of the year you go to Ireland, and depending on where you go, you could end up standing in line to get into places, because Ireland is one of these places. It really is very busy with tourists.
Yeah.
And I am very aware of people having to stand or having to walk. So I created a seniors tour for people. It's just way more relaxed. We're not going to places like, for instance, with the October tour, there's a place that I will be bringing people to that you have to walk about a mile before you get to it. It's an underground passage tomb that predates the pyramids by 800 years.
Wow.
It really is an amazing place. Now, I would never attempt to bring elderly people to a place like that.
Hell, I wouldn't do that. That's too far. you know.
It wouldn't be fair, you know, but I mean, it is really an amazing place. And the summer solstice, actually, it's one of these tombs, these underground passage tombs, where you have a centre chamber and then you have 3 chambers off it. Now, you can crawl into this place, and when you get in, you can stand up. And there's 2 capstones over the entrance, and the sun on the summer solstice will rise over the mountain, and it'll shine right in between the 2 capstones, and it'll light up the inner chamber.
That was on purpose, yeah.
And it was done on purpose.
Yeah.
And it really is an amazing place. But I mean, I wouldn't put that on a senior tour.
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't put a lot of walking on a senior tour.
Right. You'd be dragging me. You'd be dragging me out. 10 minutes into it, yeah, I'd be gone. No way. No way.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else, Scott?
No.
Okay. Well, I keep forgetting how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry, Maya.
I'll tell you how to remember it.
Okay.
May I never be alone.
May. Okay. Perfect. May. Well, May, we appreciate you coming on. And
thank you very much.
There's so much more that we need to talk about, and I hope you will come back on later on.
Can I mention the websites again?
Absolutely, you most certainly can. Yes.
So my tour company is secretirelandtoursllc.com, and then the other company is Mysterious Journeys Tours. It's Mysterious Adventures Tours.
Okay, hauntedjourneys.com is a DBA of mysteriousjourneys.com,
yes,
right?
Yes,
sir. Okay,
yes.
I got you there. Yeah. Can I ask you one more question?
Yes.
Do you have red hair?
No.
No. Okay.
I have black hair.
Black hair.
And, the funny thing is, whenever I go over to England, people would say to me, "You don't have to open your mouth. I know exactly where you're from,
right?
Because you have the face of Ireland."
Right.
It's a kind of a misnomer that all Irish people have red hair, because we actually don't. Most of us are black-haired and blue-eyed.
Okay. Well, I had to ask because I had to. I'm sorry.
But I tell you what I do have. I have freckles.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What? You have
freckles.
Freckles. Oh, yeah, well, of course.
Yeah, you know, red hair and freckles is usually the impression. But I do have freckles. I don't have red hair.
Okay. Well, I looked and I could not find a photograph of you for our ad.
Oh my God, I'm all over the place. So if you Google MAIHERNON, you'll see me.
Okay.
Or if you go on the website, you'll see me. I actually speak on a video on the first page.
All right. I looked on like Facebook and like this.
Because you were spelling my second name wrong. You were spelling my second name wrong.
I bet you I was. I was. And I said, these people aren't her, and there's no way.
Yes.
Okay.
So
well.
Hernon, HERNON.
Okay. Well, again, we appreciate you coming on, and I hope you will come back. Will you?
I would. I'd love to come back.
All right. It'll be great. And thank you very much, you guys.
Thank you so much. God bless us. Bye.
May Harmon. Bye.
Hernon.
I did it again, didn't I? Oh my gosh. Good night. Good night.
Yeah, no problem.
Still there, Scott?
That's it?
Yes, that's it.
Lovely.
I'm gonna have Michelle contact you, and we're gonna reschedule you so we can talk some more. It's been great. I love that.
Perfect. Lovely stuff. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Is it John? It is.
This is Lee, and that's Scott.
Lee. Okay, perfect. I'm glad I didn't call you John. I didn't quite know whether it was John or not, and I thought, no, I better not. I better avoid that.
No, this is Lee. I'm the old man.
Okay, Lee. Thanks very much.
All right, bye.
God bless. Bye.
Millions of people are affected by the Para-X bug.
I realize that it is something that will stay with me for the rest of my life and long into the afterlife as well.
If you have the Para-X bug, there is hope.
With a nightly visit to the Para-X website and intensive past life regression therapy, I can control it.
Even with the Para-X bug, I can still lead an active life of radio show hosting, paranormal investigating, evidence checking, attending conferences, book writing, keeping up with the latest technology, and still keep my 40-hour-a-week day job.
If you think that you have the Para-X bug or know someone who might, visit para-x.com. And remember, you are not alone.
I am not alone.
I
am not alone.
The Para-X bug may cause the urge to chase shadow people, visit exotic haunted locations, adopt a pugwudgie, or spend all of your time trying to figure out the laws and principles of paranormal investigation. Listening to Para-X may increase these effects.
Sudden visions of full-body apparitions, or feeling the covers being pulled off you in the middle of the night by unseen hands, may also be signs of exposure to the Para-X bug.
The use of Para-X may be habit-forming, and an overwhelming desire to provoke spirits may be a serious side effect. If these symptoms last more than 4 hours, you should quickly consult a trusted witch and have her cast a "What the hell are you thinking?" spell on you. If symptoms persist, please contact the Para-X Radio Network Homeland Security Team for further instructions.
The Para-X bug may cause urges for late-night speaking with spirits and ghosts. Listening to Para-X may increase these effects. Overwhelming desire to try provoking a spirit may be a serious side effect. Those with Para-X bug effects lasting more than 4 hours should consult Para-X or see a professional. Sudden outbursts at the mention of orbs may be a sign of exposure to the Para-X bug. Use of Para-X may be habit-forming. Use caution when engaging in Para-X chat.
Your source for everything paranormal. Para-X.
Come on,
This is the Dead Zone Paranormal Radio Show.
Thanks for listening.